Hello everybody, it's the Galloping Housewife. I am not on my yard commute today. I am, quite clearly, I have been to the hairdresser because if you've been watching these at all, you will know that the only time that my hair looks like this is when someone else does it. Sure as shit ain't gonna be me. I mean, I was about to say I own a Pura straighteners, but you know, if we each sorry, drivers in the UK are this like really weird mix of being fucking awful and being really considerate, and that was a case of an extremely considerate person, so we'll just just go with that. I was just pulling out of a parking thing, and we had lights and stuff, and they let me in, which was really nice. So anyway, I am about to leave town because, you know, Commute is, I mean, it probably has half a dozen sets of traffic lights and half a dozen roundabouts, but it ain't very big. So I have had my hair done, as I said, hair straighteners. So my oldest child, we bought them some hair straighteners very long time ago when they had very long hair. In fact, they are New Zealand hair straighteners. They're good ones, they're GHDs, but we bought them in New Zealand, and we're still using them with a converter plug. So we've been here 8 years, so they're not new. They're not new. They haven't had a hard life, to be fair. Harbour straightened their hair for a while, but and I do it sporadically as well. So yeah. So I do have hair straighteners, and I actually have curling tongs as well. Also nice ones, but yeah, no, I can't be fucking arsed. I basically put shit in my hair and let it dry naturally, and that's about as much done as it ever gets, unless I'm really going somewhere fancy. So so I am just on my way back out to the farm. The hairdresser was on their way to Benidorm, and it's Thursday, and I normally go midweek and midday, and there's like bugger all people around, and I walked in there today and it was rammed. In fact, someone was leaving their seat for me to sit down, so I'm not, because the girls that work in the salon are all going off to Benidorm tomorrow morning. Have like a girls' weekend, which is really cool. The lassies have a good time, lassies. So they're off to Benidorm tomorrow, which is grand, and it was rammed, and I actually forgot that I had a hair appointment, and I suddenly thought I should look at my diary and make sure to see what I've got on for next week, because I haven't been transferring my stuff over. And so it was like, oh, I've got a hair appointment for today. And yesterday, if you watched this yesterday, I was going out to ride my horses, but wasn't sure about the weather, and the weather was shit when I got there, so I didn't ride the horses, but I did bath them both, and they were minging, so they are now clean. And then I was going to go out today, and I was going to jump Percy and school Mitch, and now it's my appointment was 12 o'clock today, and because it was so busy, it is now 3:30, which, because the yard is half an hour away, leaves me fuck all time to get anything done. So I am consequently going home to get some work done, because I did not much this morning, and we'll live to fight another day tomorrow. Tomorrow I will hopefully get out. Yeah, we had really nice weather for like week 10 days, and then it's gone to custard again, so today is nice. Fingers crossed it's going to be nice the next 3 days. But that's just about the sum of life at the moment, and it's just one of those things that you have to kind of have your life organised, and And it's like, yeah, and it's kind of like figuring out where you can make your life easier and how, how you can get shit to work for you. And I have to say that I am normally really good at that. That's something that I do, that I have priorities, and especially like with my yards, I have picked them for the kind of care that they can give, so that I can, the facilities that they have, and in some cases the training that's associated with them. Actually in a lot of cases the training that's associated with them. So it's kind of like, I'm really like, that's a priority. So if it's a bit of a hassle to get to, or if it's expensive, then those are things that I've sort of sucked up, because it's been important to me to have these things. But up here in Ayrshire in Scotland, we don't have that choice. Like, I don't actually have those choices. So what I've got to do, I've got to compromise even further, as far as what I need. And I'm not compromising in care. And I would, I was before, actually. I have to say that the yard that I was first in when I got up to Ayrshire, the care was shit. Management was appalling. And so now I am where I am. The people are wonderful, the management and the care is absolutely spot on, like nothing is missed, and I know that my horses are getting looked after properly. But the thing with it is that it doesn't have an indoor arena, it doesn't have a weather turnout, doesn't have an undercover walker. So these are all things that New Zealanders are possibly listening to this and going, oh, what the fuck do you need those things for? But you really, 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 really bloody do here. Well, you do in England, really, in the UK, full stop, but you especially need it up here in Scotland. You can survive, but it's to make things, and if I lived on my property, it probably wouldn't, on a property with where the horses were, it wouldn't be so much of an issue, because I could duck out. Like, I could duck out now and ride. The weather currently is quite nice. It's sunny, it's still. If I was getting home at 3:30, I'd be at least able to ride one. I'd probably be able to ride two. And so that's, that wouldn't be such of a big deal. But when I've got an hour's drive, then it is an issue. It really is an issue. And I drive that because I choose a yard that can do can do more than the others. But it's like, I've said this before on this is really making me think about what I need to have in place before next winter. So that's kind of like my thing, is that it's okay to prioritize what is your priority, like really to make choices around things that make your life easier, and that it's not necessarily about that your priority is not someone else's priority. Someone else might really want to have their horses very close by, or they might like budget might be a problem, or that they're quite happy to just ride when everything's aligned, and they don't have competitive goals or training goals. They're just happy with what happens. Then it's a completely different story. So don't sort of think that you are making choices that are wrong, that if they're right for you. And feel confident, you've got permission to do things, to make things easier for yourself. And I mean, and then at the moment, the way that I make things easier for myself is to go, is to take the stress off, take the pressure off. Like, it's okay. It's okay if my horses aren't as fit as I'd like them to be. It's okay if my horses aren't, aren't getting the consistent schooling that I'd like to give them. It's because I can't, and so there's no point in putting that pressure on myself, thinking really, getting upset with the fact that I'm not, that part of it is not where I want it to be. So that's how I'm making it work for me at the moment. And I know I want that to change, but putting that psychological pressure, that stress on myself, on top of everything else, would be absolutely fucking pointless at the moment. Except for the producers of propranolol. Anyway, I'm nearly home. I'm going to go up and do some boring ass work, and I'm going to write. I'm going to write flowing and insightful pieces for you guys to read. Possibly. I don't know what's going to come out tonight. So, but today, but yeah, boring ass work. That doesn't sound very. You've just seen into my soul. It's not like that, really. It's not like that. I want to help you. I really do. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm going home to do that, and I will. I will catch you later. Bye.